Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Whitney Ward. Well, tonight, Spokane City Council will be able to get its plans on track to conserve water. Last week, Mayor Nadine Woodward vetoed the water conservation ordinance that was already approved by Council. And tonight, Council will consider overriding her veto. And KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is joining us now with more on the next steps.
That's right. So both City Council and the Mayor, they agree we need to conserve water, but they've been at odds on how to enforce this. So Council President Brian Biggs believes Council does have the 5 votes it needs tonight to override Mayor Nadine Woodward's veto. Now, with that being the case, we wanted to clear up any confusion on this ordinance. Now, that includes that as the ordinance currently reads, it does not include any penalties for residents who water their lawn outside of allowed hours. It also doesn't offer any incentives either. The ordinance outlines 2 levels of water conservation measures that would apply every year between June and October. Now, the first level prohibits watering between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. and you can water your lawn outside those hours only 4 times per week and no more than 2 hours each day. Now, level 2 applies when the Spokane River is predicted to fall below 1,000 cubic feet per second, or when the mayor or council declares a drought emergency. Now, at that point, water usage would be reduced to 2 hours a day for only 2 days per week. So, all of that to say, if City Council overrides the mayor's veto on the ordinance tonight, the ordinance will go into effect on June 2023. Now, while there are no penalties right now, Council could change this at a later time, and that would include adding a surcharge or increasing water rates for those violators.
So what do we know about how they would initially try to enforce this?
Right, so enforcement, I asked Council President Brian Biggs about this last week, and he says there is no enforcement component to the ordinance. Now, he did say that what's going to happen is if it goes into effect, the city's water department will simply educate residents and do community outreach on the importance of complying with these new water usage standards.
So, it's going to be very interesting what the next steps
so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. All right, Amanda, thank you very much. Well, we now have a much better idea of how much the city will be spending on a proposed homeless shelter on East Trent. Today, council members were told the 5-year lease would have a monthly rent of $26,000 or $313,000 annually. The city is in the process of finalizing the lease and selecting an organization now to operate that shelter. An independent committee is recommending the Guardians Foundation to run the 36,000 square foot space, which will have between 150 to 250 beds. The city is still looking again for organizations to also provide wraparound services on site. That would include things like mental health, substance abuse, job training, and health care. All right, we're going to take a quick break from the headlines, and we want to go outside because why wouldn't we on a day like this? We're so happy on this Monday. The sun is shining. Turned into a beautiful day today, Jeremy.
Yeah, it really did. I'm really enjoying it out here. Why am I at work again?
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Why am I here?
Whitney, you know, I've been coming into work every Monday and saying TGIM.
Yes, you do.
I don't know if my coworkers are fully happy with me for doing that, but let me explain. Amanda Rowley, I'm talking to you. The reason I do that is because every single Monday we get a break from the wet weather pattern and we start our nice days. So, TGIM, we're here, and the nice weather is as well. We sit at 64 degrees right now. We do have a little bit of convection popping up around the inland northwest. Some of that now moving into Canada off to the north. A storm moving through Lewiston right now, dumping some pretty heavy rain, but signs are showing that thing is winding down as we speak. Showers will continue to taper off this evening. Tomorrow we build in that ridge of high pressure we talked about last week, and it's nothing but sunshine for the entire day. So here's how it goes. Tonight we fall into the 40s. Clear skies, calm wind, radiative cooling. Tomorrow afternoon, hello 70s, not just for us, but for everyone around the inland northwest.
Already getting excited, Jeremy. Thank you. Well, new at 4 tonight, jury selection began today for one of the suspects in the murder of Jason Fox. Riley Hillstad is facing charges of first-degree murder, kidnapping, unlawful disposal of human remains, and tampering with evidence, among other charges. Fox was found dead in an isolated area near Newport in October of 2020. Court documents say his body was found buried 3 to 4 feet underground with his hands tied behind his back. Hillstad has been described as the ringleader who orchestrated the murder. Coming up after the break, Okanogan County homeowners still recovering after severe mudslides over the weekend. We talked exclusively about their next steps.